Hi, this is Mike Barnes, the financial first responder. I have a serious question to ask you. Why a financial plan? The light bulb should be going off right about now. Maybe you're looking at the slide. Maybe you're trying to figure out why the bald head guy is talking about a light bulb and a financial plan. Or maybe you're just reading along and you figured out financial plan is crucial for several reasons. Now you may say, Mike, what are those several reasons? Well, I'm not going to bore you tonight. I'm just going to get to the facts. A lot of you have gone through life. Well, let me state it this way. You haven't gone through life like this. But when I give you the idea of what your life is like financially, it will make sense. So, before I go to the next slide, I want to set this up. For most of you, you ride in some form of transportation. You either ride in a car, you ride in a truck, maybe you catch a bus to work, maybe you ride a train, maybe you take a plane, or maybe you take a boat, or as some children's books may say, maybe you ride a goat. I don't know. But what I do know is this, that none of you would ever get in a car and just drive around aimlessly trying to figure out where they are going. You normally have a destination that you drive to or that you use a GPS system for. So a global positioning system, GPS. So I want you to think about this over the next couple of slides. Why don't you have a financial plan? So why a financial plan? Let's go. The first thing I would say to you is this. Helps with goal setting. It helps you define your financial goals, such as retirement, buying a home or rental property, starting a business. And what you need to do is create a roadmap to achieve these things. People just don't go out and say, I want to buy a house, and they buy a house. They got a plan for it. People don't just buy a business, a franchise. They got a plan for it. Financials got to be right. Everything's got to be right, even when it comes to retirement. Now, you'll notice I'm using a roadway tonight because I want you thinking about you traveling on a road, going somewhere, not knowing where you're going, and you're just driving, wasting gas. Or if you're like me, drive a Tesla, you're wasting electricity because you don't know where you're going. So, with that said, a good financial planner is going to talk to you about your goals. Okay? They're going to look at your goals, your needs, and the objectives that you want to have happen in your life. And normally, this is going to transpire at least once a year, if not when major life changes or challenges happen in your life, such as a baby, a death, a new job, or a new career, or a new move. So these are the things and the reasons why you would get a financial plan, right? First is to set some goals or objectives. So, well, wait a minute, Mike. That sounds like I'm gonna need to manage my money. Yes, you're going to have to learn to budget. Now, a financial plan will help you create a budget and manage your income and expenses, ensuring that you live within your means and that you are able to save for said goals or objectives. Now, I don't know how many clients over the years, and I've been doing this for a while, don't believe in a budget. They know what they bring home, and that's how they budget. And I'm telling you, that's probably the worst thing to do. If the government has a hard time not approving a budget, but they end up coming to some form of resolution to get a budget so that the inner workings of the government should work or would work, wouldn't it behoove you as a homeowner, father, mother, son, daughter, a reasonable, responsible adult to budget? Of course it would. So when we're talking about this, people are saying, well, wait a minute, I got to set some goals. I got to set a budget. Well, why why would you come talk to a financial advisor, a financial first responder like me, and not have set any goals or have a budget? Because normally when you come to talk to me, guess what you come to talk to me about? You come to talk to me about how you can make your money grow better. So, an investment strategy. And so, a financial plan will help you develop an investment strategy that aligns with your goals, your risk tolerance. Yes, I said your risk tolerance, and your timeline, maximizing the potential for growth while managing risk. If anybody sits in front of you and says to you that their investment has no risk, they are lying. All investments have some form of risk, whether it be inflation risk, currency risk. There's a whole bunch of different types of risks out there. And that's why you need to do the financial plan, or at least a risk analysis. So the financial planner would help you by gathering information from you, i.e., your documents, statements, things of that nature, and then make sure that they have all the appropriate data to go into the financial plan. Or think of it this way: you're driving down, you haven't left your house yet. You put into your GPS system where you want to go, and it gives you several routes of how to get there. Normally, heavy flow traffic, want to avoid tolls, want to avoid regular roadways, traffic jams, or let's say traffic construction. So the financial plan is going to do something similar to that. It's going to give you different ways to come to your objectives and your goals. Now, we talked about this risk thing, and risk is a major thing in any financial plan. Now, what do we mean by risk, Mike? A risk in a financial plan, it includes strategies to protect you from those unforeseen events, such as a need for health insurance, life insurance, disability, or property. See, it never ceases to amaze me how many of you will have car insurance. How many of you might even have life insurance? And most of you, because you work on a job, you have health insurance, but you don't have disability insurance. You say, well, what's the big deal about having disability? Well, let's say that you can't work your job anymore. There are policies out there that will either do your specific job, or it may do all jobs. So it gives you a percentage of what you were making if you can't work anymore. Because here's the thing: if you die, your family loses your income. If you're still living and you're disabled and you can't work, they still lose your income. And trust me, Social Security is not enough for you to live off of if you were used to making a certain salary. That's why you want to make sure that you have a financial plan that helps you plan for those unforeseen things. Car insurance. You have a wreck. You have car insurance. Most prudent people do. Okay. You own a home or rental property. You have homeowners insurance or rental property insurance. Or if you rent, you have renters insurance. Why? Because you want to protect that asset or your stuff. So when we're talking about these things, what we're really trying to get across is you need to have some type of risk mitigation. And a financial plan will help you with risk mitigation. Now, what it also will do is this is getting close to that time of year that everybody starts trying to get their tax stuff together. They're going to their CPAs, their tax professionals, or maybe they're doing it themselves. So what a financial plan will also do is help you do some tax planning. So it includes strategies to minimize your tax liabilities, such as making sure you have the proper retirement accounts. As far as contributions, it talks about tax efficient investments and deductions. So these are the things that you need to have that financial plan for. Because remember, you're going down the road and you could go right, you could go left, you could go straight, you could make a U-turn, but you need someone to give you some form of point reference or direction. And that's what a financial plan will do. Now, you say, well, Mike, You done talked about protection. You done talked about risk. You done talked about taxes. You done talked about goals. Well, what else are you going to talk about? Well, let's talk about retirement. Because at some point, most people would want to retire, and maybe they don't retire completely. Maybe they start a business, or maybe they work part time, or maybe they travel, or maybe they go get their grandchildren, or maybe they decide they just want to be able to be a philanthropist, or maybe they want to help charities. Whatever they want to do in retirement, a financial plan helps you determine how you may need to save for retirement, the best ways to achieve that goal, and considering the factors like Social Security, a pension, or other or income sources. And for those people out there that are rental or a real estate investor or rental property owners, if you rather use that term, um, we add all that together to figure out what your number is going to be or what you want your number to be. And that's the most important thing is what do you want to live off of when you retire? Now you may say to me, you like, hey, look, I'm going to work until I die. Well, that's great because guess what? I got something for you too. When you die, we now need to be talking about estate planning. Now that's what a financial plan will also do is it will actually help you manage and transfer those assets that you worked so hard to get that you don't want to give up to Uncle Sam or anybody else to get to your heirs. It will minimize your taxes and it will ensure that all your wishes are carried out. Because I know all of you who are listening to me right now have a will, advanced medical directive. They have everything that they need in place in the event of their untimely death. Because guess what? Death is never timely. Just remember, you know your birthday, and that dash is your life between your birthday and your death day. There is no guarantee that you will see tomorrow. So if this is the last thing I say to you because God takes me tonight, I want you to know that you need to have some form of estate planning together. You need to have a will. You know, some of you need a trust. Some of you need a lot of things, but we don't know until we do a financial plan. And I say that humbly and respectfully to you guys because um, even if you pass away and don't have a will, and there's been a lot of stars that passed away and didn't have wills, you can Google them. I'm not gonna name all of them because it's a bunch of them. People that had a lot of money that gave all of it to Uncle Sam, and you crying over your 50 cent. And trust me, they left a lot of money to Uncle Sam because they were not properly structured. So, with that said, my final thoughts are this. In essence, a financial plan provides a comprehensive roadmap to help you, not me, I'm working on mine, already in play, already done it, time to re up, achieve your financial goals, manage risk, and build wealth over time. So, if you hear the sound of my voice and you do not have a will, better yet, you don't have a financial plan, I'm going to highly suggest that you hit the link below. That is a risk, we call it a COMRA, which is the color of money risk assessment. That's just an investment side. But if you want more information and want help, um, reach out. You know, say, hey, I'm interested in getting a little more help with my financial situation. Because as the financial first responder, it's my goal to make sure that you or everything that you need to be for your family and that everything your family needs is what you have before you leave this earth. So I appreciate your time. I thank you on this Monday night. I'm sorry I'm coming so late to you. I had a lot of work and meeting with clients today, but I just want you to take the time to get with a financial professional, one that provides financial advice for a fee or for um, a actual plan, and make sure that you know you're monitoring your plan at least once a year. or when significant events happen, make sure that you're actually in communication with your financial advisor or financial planner. I always say, if I care more about your finances than you do, then we don't need to work together. Um, with that said, I hope you have a great evening. God bless. And I look forward to seeing you on the beaches of the world because you're financially free and financially set because you got a financial plan. God bless.